Around 8 p.m. local time, as holiday revelers were shopping for Christmas gifts and sweets at this market in Berlin, a truck suddenly came barreling over a sidewalk, aiming directly for the stalls where dozens were shopping.
It was just crashing through people, crashing through the huts. It pulled the lights down so it all went dark.
At least 12 people killed and 45 injured, many hospitalized with severe wounds.
We started seeing people running away and we knew something was wrong.
Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel calling it an apparent terrorist attack. This morning, police say they have apprehended the attacker after he fled the scene on foot. Officials confirm he sought asylum in Germany. The truck is believed to have come from Poland, where it was registered. The attacker allegedly hijacked the truck and at some point murdered its Polish driver. The attacker then plowed the semi loaded with steel beams into the crowd here, leaving mangled bodies and crushed holiday ornaments.
A Russian Defense Ministry plane believed to have been carrying 92 people has crashed into the Black Sea near Sochi. It was en route to Syria, with the majority of the passengers members of an official Russian army choir. Fragments of the plane, a Tupolev 154, have already been found around 1.5 kilometres off the coast, and bodies are starting to be recovered, the Defence Ministry says. The aircraft was headed to Russia's military airbase near Latakia. It disappeared from radar at around 2:40 GMT on Sunday morning, shortly after refuelling near Sochi. It's believed that 64 of the passengers were members of the Alexandrov Ensemble, a renowned choir of the Russian armed forces. Several journalists were also on board.
Very shocking allegations by the Russian Ministry of Defense. They say that they found mass graves in areas of East Aleppo recently retaken by the Syrian army from rebel forces. Amongst the victims that they found, they said many of them were found with missing body parts, showing clear signs that they'd been tortured. They also found a huge amount of weapons left behind by rebels. They say they've found 7 arms depots that contained enough weapons to supply several squadrons. They also found tanks, missile launchers and rocket systems left behind there. They say the entire area that rebels fled from is laden with mines.
Yeah, I just want to say something to Orrin. The reason why the only ambassador that the Prime Minister of Israel met with was the American ambassador is that's the only country where we have any expectation to actually stand with us at the United Nations. Look, it's an old story that the United Nations gangs up against Israel. What is new is that the United States did not stand up and oppose that gang up. And what is outrageous is that the United States was actually behind that gang up. I think it was a very sad day and really a shameful chapter in U.S.-Israel relations. The Palestinians are trying to wage a diplomatic and legal war against Israel. They do not want to negotiate peace with us, which is why they've avoided negotiations for 8 years. It's why Arafat walked away from Prime Minister Barak at Camp David. It's why Abu Mazen never answered to Ehud Olmert's sweeping offer in 2008, and it's why they've avoided negotiations with us for 8 years. What do the Palestinians want? What they want is to blame Israel for the lack of peace and to internationalize the conflict, to have boycotts and sanctions against Israel, to take Israeli soldiers to the ICC. And what this resolution just did is it gave the Palestinians ammunition in their diplomatic and legal war against Israel. And the United States not only didn't stop it, they were behind it.
Okay.